Okay, this is going to be video number 4, and I I guess I want to speak about the what it feels to hold the light. And holding the light, it changes as you go through your ascension initiations, or you're expanding your light body, or the process of activating your chakras is going to be um, it's going to be pretty intense, and it's going to be a little different for everybody, and how you do it is going to be different for everybody. The process is pretty much going to be the same for everybody as far as the activations go, and the various steps you have to take to keep on expanding. But when you very first start feeling the light, it's like feeling your soul on the inside of you. And, we all come to this point from living in our head, from that right brain, left brain duality, from trying to think about everything on the exterior in a logical way. And you're trying to read your books and learn about what's going on the exterior, how money's made, how you build houses, how you fix cars, how you go to your yoga class, how you relate in society. And that's all exterior. That's all the game that we came to learn. What reality is, and what truth is, because all that is the exterior, that is the illusion. The reality is the spirit and soul on the inside, that flame that you feel in your heart. As you begin your process, what is happening is you're learning how to shift from the right brain, left brain, from that duality into your heart. You're learning how to activate your heart chakra. And some people, talk about the higher heart, and I talk about the sacred spot in the heart. I think they might even be two different places. I don't know. But my when I first activated my heart chakra, where I feel that little sun that's fist size is right there in where my heart is, and that is what lit up. Other people talk about it being in the center of your chest, just below your throat, above your heart, and they say that's where they light up. And it might be just the same thing in a different spot. I don't know. I could be alien for all I know. In fact, I know I am. So, anyway, this is just my process that I can describe, and I can't describe anybody else's process. And, everybody is going to have different processes, but the activation of the chakras is going to be similar. And what I learned to do, um, when I activated, it was the love for my twin flame that uh, oh wow, such an incredible love still. And I was living in my head, but feeling the in love feeling from my heart. And I knew that I had to make that feeling permanent. I didn't really understand the process of activation as I do now, and that as I'm seeing so many other people describing now. I didn't have that information at that time. I just knew that that was what I was supposed to do, was somehow make that sensation of being in love permanent. And that was what the original 40-day events were all about. Really, all the 40-day events. We're in the fourth one right now that is really not a 40-day event anymore. It's focusing on changing the planet by expanding our light bodies, and it's going from now until we make this dimensional shift for the planet, not just humanity. But I knew that I had to be within that sacred spot, and by being there, you feel that in love feeling, and you don't have to have someone else physically present. You don't really have to have it from being in love. You can do that in many different ways. I've known people that just wanted to shift from their head to their heart, and they didn't have anybody special, and they were able to move into that sacred spot and activate their heart chakras. There's many different stories that I've heard from that, but I used the love of my twin flame. And what I did was I just kept on focusing that love on that sacred spot until something happened and that light, that chakra activated. And when it activates, it starts spinning at a much higher rate. And whereas before, that flame that I felt there was like a flame about the size of maybe a thumb or a pinky, it felt the size of my fist afterwards, and you could feel it spinning. And then the other chakras would activate and fire off, and they would spin in their various directions, expanding my light potential. And then you've got higher chakra downloads that expand that light potential. But at first, when you're feeling the sensations, and really I'm saying this because there's so many people that are just now waking up, and I want to say that the tingling that you feel within your body at the cellular level, that is the light, that is the higher vibrations, and that's what you're trying to amplify. And I do think you can initiate your light body without activating your chakras. I do believe that you can envision being in an egg-like capsule that you would define as your Merkaba, maybe, and to envision a column of light coming in and feeling that that shape up, which would be putting your physical being in a bubble of light. And that was something that many of us were doing back in the late 1980s and early 1990s and even into the 2000s, that we would do for our own protection, that we would do if we were in dangerous places, or to feel the vibrations around us, or, at that time, I just believed, I wasn't certain, but I believed that my thought created my reality. And it was that light that I could feel within that field, that pranic field that was used for bringing into manifestation those thoughts that I wish to have, that I projected and wish to experience. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, yeah, at first you can encapsulate your whole physical being with a bubble of light and bring more light in, consciously asking, invoking it. That's when you speak it forth, you're invoking it. You have to have the thought, the vision, you speak it forth, and then, of course, if you learn how to shift your consciousness into your heart, that's where it goes out and back into the field, and then you're connected to the field through your solar plexus, connected through humanity and fourth dimension, and your intuition through your gut, your sacral chakra, and then connected to Mother Earth through the root chakra. But anyway, you're feeling that field around you and envisioning in a column of light that's filling that egg that's protecting you. And when you do, you can feel the cells within your body vibrating faster and faster. And then part of the next process is the chakra activations and learning how to shift your consciousness from your head and into your heart. And then your chakra will activate, and you'll start having a blissful sensation, and it's just a permanent state of bliss buzz. And these solar flares that are incoming, they help to amplify that. And if you keep on focusing on all your chakras, they too start activating, and as they activate, that little bitty tingling sensation that you initially had by being in your bubble of light, it's like you've got, rather than calling it in from the universe to hold it within your light body, your Merkaba, you're actually you're becoming the generator. When you activate your heart chakra, your Merkaba starts spinning, which is the two star tetrahedrons, one male, one female, both rotating in various speeds around your body. You feel that energy when you activate your heart chakra, and that Merkaba is your true light body. You amplify the light within it by calling on more light to come in, and by activating more chakras and taking higher chakra downloads. And as you do that, it just expands the light within that field. And as you do that, you're also bringing more of you. You're switching from bringing soul into the body into your higher monadic being, bringing that into your physical being. And then you're working with the angelic being, which many of us realize we're angels incarnate. But your angelic beings are even greater, because as you were descending from Source, you have Source, and then Source sent out the Eternals, and the Eternals created the Archangels created the Angels created monads and the soul groups and the souls, and then splitting off into the twins. Well, you're just going back up. And so you're embodying more and more of that which you are on the higher levels into the physical being. So, that can get really complicated, but it all starts out with that little tingling sensation, and that little tingling sensation just expands and expands and expands until you start activating your chakras, not just opening your chakras, but activating them, and you become the light source yourself within the physical being. Yes, you are receiving more light incoming from these solar flares, from the photon belt that we've entered, from the vibrations in all the dimensions, from all the higher parts of you. It's all the above. Trying to define that and pick it out and put it in a movie, this video is kind of difficult. But what you're trying to do is to embody more and more and more of that tingling sensation, more and more of that light. That light is that tingling sensation. And that's just you. At first, when you move from your head down into your heart, your ego is going to say, oh no, and it's going to be like, almost like when you move that consciousness from here to here, and you're learning how to think from your heart, your ego goes, no, you might get lost there. It's like going off in meditation or going off in astral projection, and you're afraid that you could become disconnected from your physical being. That's not the case. That is your ego that is creating that fear within you. And so you just got to get over it. Explore it. It's your body. And your body is there for a reason. The spirit that you feel is truly just you. That light that you feel is truly just you. You're just thinking on an ego term, thinking you're your small self in this body. And truly, you're all that is. And so that's what you're trying to get back to, is the all that is. Recognizing that you are everything on the outside, as well as that what you feel on the inside. And you're just trying to pull more and more of that spiritual self into this physical being. And the more you do that, the more you're going to expand your consciousness, the greater your levels of understanding are going to be. And everything changes as you have expanded dimensional awarenesses. And those of us on certain levels cannot talk to the ones that are on other levels, because you just can't understand. And this is the end of this video. So that's 4 for today, and enough's enough. So we're down to 5. Love you guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.